Well, hello folks. Hey, it's time for another product review. Ha. Alright, I already did one on a iunio survival shovel. I gave it 10 points out of 10. That shovel performed better than I had expected. So if something I review exceeds my expectations when I go to review it, it gets extra points. And that shovel did it. It was a 10 out of 10 for me. I love that shovel. I've actually used it a couple times since that review. Yeah, I loved it. Anyway, this product, it's another iunio. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. I'll put the name down below. It'll pass the screen. You'll see it down there. This one is a survival hatchet. I did a survival shovel. Now we're going to do the survival hatchet. Now this pouch that it comes in, I really like it. It's got real heavy duty straps with seriously heavy duty snaps that you can put on the MOLLE straps of your backpack. This all breaks down into this pouch. Now this weighs 2.2 pounds. Okay, doesn't feel like it though, but it does. It's 2.2 pounds. It also has MOLLEs, a double set of MOLLEs on the underneath those two straps. So you've got mounting options to mount this to your pack, or when it's and it's also got MOLLE straps on the front. So it also has a pouch in the front that you could put extra gear in. Slick sheath that this breaks down and fits inside of. Let's get right to it. Let's get right to the survival axe. I've got it assembled right now. Double check, make sure there's nothing I'm going to miss. But there it is, guys. There it is. There it is. Very nice sheath that's on it. So when it's fully assembled like this, it's got the belt hoop. You can wear this on your belt. It's 2 pounds. A little heavy, but you can wear it on your belt. So let's take a look at what does this offer. Okay, first of all, let's go ahead and take the sheath off, and I'm going to show you the head of this survival hatchet sheath. And there's the head. It's got this square steel hammerhead on the one side. Very nice weld on it. Very clean, very well done. Very heavy hammerhead. I'm not even going to test it because, yeah, you drive a nail with that with no problem. For any kind of pounding work, that'll do it. The blade, nice and thick. It's at least a 1/4 inch thick. It's got a nice taper to it, wedge taper, and it's got a really, from the factory, it's got a really nice cutting edge, really nice, fairly sharp cutting edge. Now the way this is designed, you can see how it goes from narrow, wider, and then thick. This is designed as a multi-purpose hatchet. You can do small jobs with it, little chopping jobs, shaving, heavy chopping jobs, and wood splitting. With the width of this blade, the final width of it, it's wide enough to do wood splitting. So we're going to give that hatchet blade, a run through, a test at the end here. Okay, so what do we have here? I'm going to put the sheath back on, being I'm going to be handling it a lot. Just to be safe, it's always wise to have the sheath on. Sheath fits nicely. It's got two snaps, and like I had said with the pouch, these snaps are nice. They're nicer than most snaps. They're quite heavy duty, So, sheath's back on. I can handle it, don't have to worry about it. So what have we got here? Well, it's got this it's got a hand rope on it. So you're chopping away, and if it comes out of your hand, there it is. It's stuck to your hand, you know. It's kind of nice to have that there. It's just a piece of cordage. And in the base of the handle, you can take the base off. Unscrew the base. And I'll point out, there's a rubber O-ring seal between each section of this. Okay, we took the base off. What do we have there? Emergency glass breaker. That point, boom, bust a car window out real quick with that. Okay, so the base. Now, it's got a compass. It's got a compass in the base. Now I've checked this compass against my expensive compass. And I've taken out in the field also and checked it. It's dead on. It's dead on. It's a good compass. I don't see any water bubbles or air bubbles in it at all. It's a good compass. Okay, so you got a compass in the base of the handle. What's the next section got for us? Oh, wow, it's another small section. Take that glass breaker section off. Again, O-rings. And look there, a ferro rod. Now it's the same ferro rod that came with their survival shovel. It's the same ferro rod. Worked just as good. Now, unscrew that ferro rod out of this base. And what do you have? Survival whistle. I'm lost, I need help. There it is. Survival whistle. Awesome little item. All stuck in this little piece. And this is a perfect size. Nice textured handle to handle that ferro rod. Perfect size. Sorry if you hear any background sound. I'm in the campground and there are other campers doing things. So that's the next section. What I'm going to do is put it back together as I take it apart. So I'm going to put the compass, the end of the hatchet, back on. Actually, if I were to take this out and not take that piece off, that's an even better handle for that ferro rod. Very nice. What's the next section? Let's see. Looks pretty hollow. Oh, there's where it breaks apart, right there. Another rubber O-ring. Wow, there we go. This one, and look at the handle size. The handle size is nice. It's got a blade. Very nice blade. Comes to a point. But, it's coming from the factory very sharp. And it looks like a saw. An actual saw. It may be considered a fish scaler, but the teeth look like saw teeth on it. The teeth go out both directions, left and right. Where fish scalers usually just one-sided. And it's got a bottle opener on it. To me, bottle openers, you see them on all the survival tools. I don't know, do people need that because they can't survive without a nice cold beer and they got to be able to open it? I don't know. So there you go, we got a really nice knife. All right, I'm back. I showed you the knife, and I just grabbed a chunk of wood. I just wanted to make sure that this knife is going to function well. Let's see how well it cuts. Oh yeah. I don't know, I hope to get it, but I want to see if can I make feather sticks with it. The handle feels really good. That's a sharp blade from the factory. Yes, you can make feather sticks with that knife with no problem. Another thing is the style of this blade. I think you could very easily fillet a fish with it. While I have this stick, I'm going to attempt to saw a little bit. Oh yeah. I'm not in the best position for sawing, but sawed through that stick with no problem. With no problem whatsoever. And that handle feels good enough. Actually, if you didn't feel that the handle gave you enough leverage to use the saw, you just throw the butt end back on, or you take it apart so just that is there. Leave the butt end in place, because that'll give you almost another 4 inches of handle. Now you've got more handle to hang on to, and you can really get into sawing with it, okay? Very nice. I like that. I like the way the knife performs. It's nice and sharp. I would strop it to get it even sharper. And I have to say the saw blade is sharp, very sharp. You touch it with your finger and you can feel the sharpness of those saw teeth. And it sawed through that dead hard stick with no problem. So where are we at? Okay, we're getting down there, aren't we? Right down to the head. You got this tube. Let's unscrew this tube. So what's with this last tube? Well, lo and behold, it's just the axe head and an empty tube. I can see you through the tube. And an empty tube. O-ring again. Waterproof. So this whole system from end to end is waterproof. Now I'm going to put that tube back on. One thing I want to, well, I'll point it out when I get down to it. Okay, so I put that piece back on. This is all the rest of the handle with all the different accessories in it. Knife section slides back in. Now you got that whole forward tube. You can use that for storage. Fire starting kit, a little bit of first aid stuff, whatever. Stuff you want to keep watertight, you know, away from moisture. Because this whole handle, again, is waterproof. So everything inside of it's going to stay nice and dry. Now that I got it all back together, I want to point out, from all the way from up here, all the way to the very end, is textured aluminum body tubes. Heavy aluminum, by the way. It's all textured. There's nowhere for your hands to slip on this. If you've got any kind of grip on it at all, it's a good one. It's a good grip. I mean, you can't, yeah. Yep, you've got very good control with the way this is designed. And I love all the different attachments that are in here. The weight of it, 2 pounds, isn't bad for a camp hatchet to pack around with you. And all we got to do now is put this thing to the test. Let's see if it'll split some wood. Let's see if it'll chop. Okay? I'll be moving the camera and we'll be going over here to the chopping block to do just that. Okay, folks. We're going to put this hatchet to the test. Now, this is a piece of yellow birch. It's a hardwood. I'm going to just do some chopping in it, see how it chops. we'll give her the go. We'll give her the test. We'll see what she does. She chops. She chops pretty good. Chops pretty good. This is some very, very hardwood. Very hardwood. So that's good. That's good. We'll give her 10 points for chopping because that was some really hardwood. Blade held up good. Still got a nice edge on it. Sticks into this hard maple real well. Now will it split? We got to split some firewood for a camp. Let's see if we can split this with it. No problem. Be better if I could aim. Well, I think we got firewood for camp. It's great. It's great. And it didn't take that much effort to split that wood. So, what do I think of this Survival Hatchet? I'll tell you what, I like it. I like it. Now, like all of these iunio tools, to me, these are the type of tools you're going to put in a bug out bag, or you're going to put it in your base camp bag and have it in your base camp. It's not something you're going to go backpacking with, because by the time you add up a bunch of these items like this, the weight, if you're out there going to backpack 10, 20, 40, 60 miles, you're not going to be wanting to carry a 2-pound item. You're not going to want to, with the shovel, it's 2.5 pounds. So, but is it an item you'd love to have in camp? I would. And I'm glad to have this in camp. Now, this was gifted to me by Running Water, my oldest son. He's a YouTuber that follows my channel. And he gifted it to me and said, Pop, take it out there and show it off to your audience. Give it a good rundown and let's see what it's all about. Let's see if it's any good. Well, this and the survival shovel run between $35 and $40 a piece. I think they're worth the money. I think they're definitely worth the money. You get an awful lot for that kind of money. Now I'm going to put the sheath back on this. Now, as I said at the beginning, I really like the sheath. I'm just looking at my time here. I really like the sheath. The sheath's nice. It's heavy duty. Lots of rivets. Heavy, good industrial type snaps. I do like the sheath. Now, if I was out in the field for just the day, I'd strap that thing to my belt and carry it. Yeah. If I plan on doing some trail maintenance or stuff out in the field for the day, I'd carry this with me. So again, just to review real quick, what did we have? The first chamber, empty. Just an empty chamber, waterproof chamber. Second chamber, you take it off, and we had we had a great knife, a great saw, and a bottle opener. We took the next section, we had a ferro rod. Now I didn't try it, there's no need to. It's the exact same ferro rod that was in the survival shovel. Throws an awesome spark. You can easily get a fire going with it. And underneath that was the survival whistle. You heard that. And what's in the base? A compass, a really nice compass. So there you go. There you go. That's it. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10, just like the shovel. Just the way it is. I want to thank you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Ring the bell. You'll know when I'm doing videos and live streams. Give me a thumbs up, would you? Hey, that'd be great. I love your comments. And until the next review or the next video or next live stream, you all have a very nice day. Bye-bye.